So 6 years ago, back in 2013, the opportunity came for us to buy a brewery that was going out of business. So I put together a bunch of other regulars at the brewery, and we ended up buying the place. I was a home brewer for 5 years before that, and I learned enough about brewing to know that I needed to hire a professional brewer to start with. But we started out in the beginning not really knowing what our purpose was going to be or what our goal was, because we weren't really planning on starting a brewery, but it sounded like fun at the time. And so the first few years, we just started making different beers and seeing what people liked. And over time, our portfolio started building, and the year-rounds and the seasonal started developing based on what the customers were looking for. And so now we're known for some of our beers being the Beekeeper Honey Wheat Beer, which came from my home brewing days. Palisade Wasp IPA and the Black Stiletto Stout were our core beers. The past couple of years, we've got the Strawberry Goes and a Fake News, which is our New England IPA. And we have a lot of fun making those beers, as well as we make a lot of different beers. Our goal is to actually release a new beer every single week. Now, we don't always hit that goal. In fact, well, last year I think we made about 40 to 45 different beers, but our goal is to constantly be producing something new, be that innovator in the marketplace that you can always look for something brand new coming out. Unlike most breweries who start out with their owners are in their 50s and they're cashing in their 401k to build this $1 million brewery, most of us in our 30s starting out, we don't have a lot of money. And so we started out really tiny. And over the years, we've just been snowballing everything we've been making back into the brewery and growing it over time. And it's taken us a long time to get to where we are today. But now we're really ready for a big leap forward. So what we've discovered over the years is that there's so many breweries in the market that it takes really eccentric beer to stand out. Quality and something that people haven't heard of before. And so what we try to do in every beer we make is make something that stands out in the marketplace. Whether it be just a really good example of a style or most usually a twist on a style. So very few of our beers are actually made to style. We like playing around with different fun ingredients. And to that end, we found that our beers are best sold right over the counter ourselves, where we're explaining the history of why we came up with every single beer. And to that end, we've maxed out our capacity here at our small brewery. And we want to do two things. One, we want to make a whole lot more beer that we could sell through our tap room. And then we also want to be able to get out to the marketplace and sell more beer throughout bars and restaurants and grocery stores around North Carolina. So first off, we want to get a more high-profile tap room. Right now, we're in the back of an industrial park. So we decided we're building out a satellite tap room downtown Chapel Hill on Franklin Street. So we're going to be right there, easy to get to. We're building out a brand new bar from scratch that's actually in the basement where the old Rathskeller used to be. And we're building in 50 taps. We're going to have plenty of space to grow as far as be able to show off those brand new small batch beers we're producing, but also make it a great venue for people to come out, hang out, watch their sporting teams, and we also love music. We have an outdoor stage here at the brewery, and we're putting in a stage down there in Chapel Hill as well. But in order for us to make enough beer, we are also expanding our production capacity, and we've taken over a building next door to our current brewery, and we are building that out as a state-of-the-art production facility that's going to allow us to scale up and to supply as much beer as you can drink. Here at Gizmo, we try not to pigeonhole ourselves into one different type of beer. Oftentimes you'll see us brewing like more Belgian beers in the summers, more stouts in the winter. Sometimes the year you'll see us brew too many IPAs, but oftentimes it's just because that's what we're experimenting with at the time. When you come here, you'll find 20 beers on tap, and what we like to have is a little bit of variety. We'll have our light beers, your multi beers, your hoppy beers, your dark beers, your sour beers, your high gravity beers. We like to brew it all. We're aiming to release a new beer every Friday. That's our goal. This Friday, we've got our Biplane, which is our Imperial Imperial Tequila Barrel Age Goes. So that's one of our, what we call our Inventor Series, which is we try to release a different high gravity beer every month, and you can only get that once per year. Coming up in May, we will have the Queen Bee, which is the purer version of our one of our flagship beers, the Beekeeper. The Queen Bee, instead of being 5.5%, it's 9%. And we also bourbon barrel age it, and instead of wildflower honey, we use orange blossom honey. So that one's always a big favorite every year. And we did release that the first Saturday in May, which is our anniversary party. So coming up on May 4th will be our 6th anniversary party. And every year we close off the entire parking lot. We get a bunch of food trucks out here. We have bands all afternoon on the stage. This year the event's gonna go between 12 and 10 p.m., so 10 hours of partying. A little bit of beer will be available and a lot of good times.